Different court.
First, start with how did that experience from last year, you think, that run last year help you during your run in Southern Maine in this game tonight?
Yeah, I just think that we didn't really have any nerves going into the game. Like, I really believe that when we were in the locker room, we were just as calm as we were for most regular season games, and I wasn't necessarily even expecting that. Like, you're going in there, you're expecting that they're going to have some nerves, kind of get them out during warm-ups, but I felt like we got those out on the bus ride, maybe even last week when we got a chance to practice here, and being able to not worry about that piece of it during warm-ups lets you focus on everything else, and I think that's what the experience last year really did for us.
And you have a player like Charlie, I mean, one of the best players in the state, not just Class C. How does that feel to have that confidence in having that guy?
Yeah, absolutely. He's the best player that I've seen play this year. I haven't watched a lot of the Class A, Class AA stuff, but he's the best player that I've seen, so I'll go ahead and call him my pick for the best player in the state of Maine. I think that he's an easy pick in my eyes for the Maine Mr. Basketball, winning 2 state championships, 1,000-point scorer, 800 rebounds, been averaging 20 a game since his freshman year. I mean, I just think that he's the best player that I've seen, one of the best players, if not the best player that's played at Dirigo as far as his accomplishments go. So certainly just awesome to have out there to just go and control the game in a lot of different ways.
You talked about Calais' quickness. I thought you were able to counter that with your physicality, especially on the defensive end as the second half wore on.
Yeah, I thought that was something that we had an advantage on film. Was I thought that teams that they had played against this year, I didn't think were as physical as the teams that we've played against. The Mountain Valley Conference is known for being very physical. Not many fouls called throughout the season. Most games you get 3 or 4 team fouls a half, not very many 1-on-1s, and just battle it out, grind it out kind of game with 2 refs and some gym in the middle of nowhere where not very many people are watching. So I feel like we've been in those situations and been able to grind it out. So it's definitely made us a much more physical team. And I did think that was one of the big advantages we had in this game.
And anytime they made a run, you had an answer. Second half, it was mostly Charlie.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that 6 minutes or so that he was out in the second quarter with foul trouble really got his legs under him and played a lot less minutes in the first half than he's used to, so was able to come back and get fired up and be ready to go coming into the second half. So
defensively, what was your answer for Jace Cook? He only had, I think it was 3 field goals the whole night.
Yeah, I mean, our answer was just Trenton Hutchinson. I mean, it's great to be able to guard a guy that's averaging 25 probably points a game and just be able to guard him with one player. I mean, we didn't have to play any help side. We can just put him out there and just say, hey, you got that matchup. We can defend everybody else and worry about that. Whereas I'm sure they've seen most teams have played a box and 1 or triangle and 2 or something to take him away. And we were just able to say, hey, you're just going to go win that matchup. And I thought he did a great job with that.
Do you feel that your guys, having been in this game last year, would be kind of an X factor?